Hey everybody, Fran here, Rams Elite Fitness, and you may be wondering why I'm starting this video on the Wikipedia page of Pyramid Scheme. As with all of our videos, I want to just set the foundation up for the topic that we're going to discuss. I don't like to just discuss topics aimlessly and not have any sense of direction. We want to make sure our mindset is correct so that when we start to get into the meat and potatoes of the issue, we have a lens to which, to view the topic. Okay. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the pyramid scheme, it's an unsustainable and often illegal business model that involves promising participants payment or services, primarily for enrolling other people into the scheme, rather than supplying any real investment or sale of products or services to the public. Okay. I want you to understand the main point here that promising participants, instead of payments or services, primarily for enrolling other people into the scheme. That's what I want you to think about as we go forth and talk about some of these multi-level marketing supplement industry, products. There's a bunch of names for different ones. We're not going to cover every single one, obviously, but I think you're going to be able to pick up the theme very quickly as we get into things. So this is AdvoCare. AdvoCare is one of the biggest multi-level marketing supplement brands out there. But at the end of the day, it still fits the criteria of multi-level marketing. Essentially, what these supplement companies do, guys, they hire, or should I say, they accept individuals to sell their product for them. All right. So, like a typical brand, they would market and have to sell their product like a GNC, and then GNC is the retail store that would sell their product. These companies aren't like that. They get individuals, and I'm not exactly sure what their process is to become a distributor for them. But I'll tell you this, it's not going to be very stiff because they don't care who sells their stuff. They just want somebody lower, they want to start creating the totem pole effect. And the way these companies will work is you have one person, maybe here at the top, and then underneath them they've got three people, and then those three people get three more people to sign up, and all of them are underneath that one person. It's just like I said, it's very, very comparable to the pyramid scheme that we just looked at on Wikipedia. I would argue that a lot of these companies here use that structure as their business model versus the actual supplements. Now, why do I say that? Okay, and here's why. I have this right here. This is Muscle Gain. It's performance protein shake mix for AdvoCare. This is actually like one of their high-end brands. I mean, it's not the usual line. I actually went to one of their sports lines here. If you look at it here, it's $79 for a canister, which is 25 servings. And if you look at the label here, you have to use 2 scoops to get 25 grams of protein. Now, most of you out there that use a whey protein, I bet you yours says 1 scoop, and you get about 24 to 26 grams of protein. And then when we go to the breakdown here of the actual protein ingredients, the first thing we see is whey protein concentrate. Whey protein concentrate is essentially a cheaper form of whey protein as compared to a whey protein isolate. So that's their first ingredient that makes up the bulk of their protein mix. So it's a cheap protein. Milk protein concentrate, again, a cheaper version of a protein. And then their third ingredient is fructose, which is sugar. So essentially what you have here is having to use 2 scoops to get 25 grams of a very subpar protein, and you're going to pay $80. Let me give you, I take Pro Gym, which is Dr. Jim Stoppani's line of protein. 1 scoop, 24 grams of protein. It's a protein blend of whey isolate, egg protein, and milk protein. Okay? Lists it all out. They're high forms of protein to optimize my muscle gains, okay, and strength increases. That's a 4-pound bag and I pay $54 or so. So mine's cheaper and a better product. Okay? But these multi-level marketing products have this aura about them. They do. And even my clients come to me with some of their products and say, hey, is this good? Is this bad? And it's not really my place to sit there and completely discourage and essentially tell them that they've been not duped, but been misled by somebody. I don't think that's my job. I think my job is just to educate people and allow them to make their own decisions. Even my clients, I don't want people just to blindly follow me. I don't want that. I want people to learn about products, learn what makes something good. Why somebody would pay $80 for this, I don't know, but people do all the time. We're going to go to a couple experts here on the topic. Lane Norton is a PhD, exercise physiology. Question to him on Twitter was, what do you think about Herbalife and their theory of liquid dieting to control metabolism? Wouldn't that damage it? Now, Herbalife is just one of these multi-level marketing supplement brands. Nothing special about them. Lane says they are scam artists. And that's pretty bold language. He doesn't parse words about it, and I actually love that approach because I happen to agree with him. Any of these companies that have this multi-level marketing approach, I don't think they're necessarily interested in selling a high-quality product. And actually, I know they're not they're not interested in that because their products stink. They want clients to pay a whole bunch of money for a very, very, very subpar product. And actually, you actually have these people that sell these products try to recruit people all the time. That's what they're more concerned with, because then that makes them more money once they get people underneath of them. It's a typical pyramid scheme. All right, where here, you're the guy at the top, right? And you got two co-pilots. You make money every time the co-pilots make money, and then the co-pilots get people underneath them, and then every time the crew makes money, you still make money, and then it just goes down like that, so that your main profit comes not from selling these products. That's not where your profit comes from. Your profit comes from other people selling the products. And that's why I agree with Lane Norton that it's essentially a scam, and they have no business selling supplements. And it actually hurts clients in the long run, both in terms of their money. They're not getting value back in equal portions, and then they are believing that they're taking this great product, and essentially they're being misled by their fitness professional. And it's a shame. Dr. Jim Stoppani, again, PhD, exercise physiology. He has a whole line of supplements here, as you see in the back. I'm a huge fan of. He lists every ingredient on all of his labels, and they're all properly dosed in high dosages that you need to actually be successful. So another reason I have tremendous respect for Jim Stoppani. He gets asked, what's the difference between Herbalife and the ISO you have? And I assume he's referring to the protein, even though his is not a pure isolate. Stoppani responds by saying, for starters, Herbalife is a pyramid business scheme or something similar, and the products they have are pretty crappy. And that about sums it up. Pyramid scheme, crappy products. And then lastly here for our expert advice, we're going to go to Alan Aragon. He's been featured in Men's Health magazine, as well as I subscribe to his website where he conducts peer-reviewed research articles and posts them once a month, summarizing some of the newer studies out in fitness. Again, tremendous respect for Alan. Very, very smart guy. Here's his opinion. I regularly get questions about this or that MLM product, whatever it be. AdvoCare, Herbalife, Isagenix, whatever the hell. I am yet to come across, let me say this again, I am yet to come across a health nutrition related MLM company that doesn't economize production costs with subpar nutritional formulations, especially the protein-containing products. For example, LLMs love to use soy as the first ingredient or fructose as a second ingredient. Adding insult to injury, these protein-based products cost at least double that of the leading non-MLM brands that are actually use higher quality protein formulations. To top it all off, these mediocre products are hyped as the best things on the market, and of course they rely on the emotional triggers of zealous testimonials rather than the weight of the scientific evidence. So yeah, my opinion of MLM-based nutritional products is LOL. And he links here a study, or not a study, an article on what's wrong with multi-level marketing. But again, you see here the main points that I agree with. They are double the cost for an actual inferior product. That on its surface should have you never purchase one of these products. Okay, and I'm not picking on just the ones we're listed here. I mean, these things are endless, and I've had people contact me on Facebook, try to get me to sell them, and try to tell me why their product is the best thing ever, and that it's got all this research. I'm telling you right now, my opinion is the same as Alan's. I'm not going to pay double for a product that is actually worse than what I take currently. There's just no way. And I hope a lot of you guys out there that partake in these things, that sign on to some of these brands, that you think about things and just ask. Just do this for me. Just ask questions to whoever's selling them to you. Ask them why this product is better than any of the other ones on the market. Ask what the research says. Ask it. Ask them. What whey protein concentrate, how that compares to whey protein isolate. Ask questions. Always look for information. I clicked on this article he linked here, and it does a really good job of summarizing the whole scheme here. The summary of what's wrong with multi-level marketing. Now, it goes into greater depth above. We're going to focus here just on the summary portions. Number one, MLMs are doomed by design to recruit too many salespeople, who in turn will then attempt to recruit even more salespeople ad infinitum. This is great. You'll see this on Facebook. Those people that go out there and sell whatever it is, Beachbody, whatever they are, they get on there, they make their whole Facebook page, they make all these videos, and then they stop. Why? Because you have too many people recruiting salesmen and not enough people buying the product. Why would somebody buy a product like Beachbody or AdvoCare when they can become a distributor of AdvoCare and not only buy their products at a cheaper rate, but then sell it and make money? It did a good job of explaining how people seem to try to get into this, and they're not really looking to sell their product. That's part of it, yes, but they're more interested in getting people underneath them to become distributors. And if you've been asked by somebody to be a distributor, you now know why they're asking you, because every time that you sell something, they will make money by doing nothing. Number two, for many, the real attraction of involvement in multi-level marketing is the thinly veiled pyramid con scheme made quasi-legal by the presence of a product or service. And essentially, that's what we talked about before on the pyramid scheme of Wikipedia. It's a pyramid scheme, but instead of just saying, hey, look, you give me $1 and get 10 people to give you $1, then you give me $1. Instead of actually doing a pyramid scheme, they just make a product and push that out there and say, oh, look, we're going to use this as cover. Number three, the ethical concessions necessary to be quote-unquote successful in many MLM companies are stark and difficult to deal with for most people. And once you understand that you are now selling a product that's inferior and double the cost of a better product, and you're still going to sell it to people and tell them that they need this, if you can deal with that on that ethical level, that ethical question, then you're a cold person. There's no other conclusion that can be drawn from that. I think it's within us each that we want to be honest with people. We want to help people. We truly want them to benefit. So either you're selling the product because you are unaware of how bad the product is in relation to the other products on the market, and I bet, and that's a majority of the people. A lot of people don't know the science behind whey protein, pea protein, soy protein. They don't know the science behind it, so they're selling things ignorantly. And again, that's my problem with people getting into and selling these products when they shouldn't be. That's number one. But number two, if they are selling and they know it's inferior, what does that say about that person? Finally, number four, friends and family should be treated as such and not as marks for exploitation. And again, this is something you see common with people that are distributors. They look to get friends and family to sign up because they're easy targets. And once they're signed up as a distributor, then they essentially make money. People just try to exploit family members and try to help, try to get friends to help and join their cause. And they have these parties at their people's houses to talk about products, and just essentially a way to take advantage of people that in order to try to make your next level on your pyramid scheme to get people underneath you, or to get people to sign up and that you make money off of them. So hope this video helped answer some questions on some of these products out there. I would be happy to go in depth about a specific brand. If you have additional questions, you can just ask me on Facebook or shoot me an email. There's nothing to hide about it. The facts are the facts, and I think once you educate yourself on supplements, and trust me guys, it's a very, very hard industry to understand, and a lot of science behind it and a lot of big words. But if you take your time and slowly educate yourself, and by watching videos that I put out, and start to pick up things, you will educate yourself and make yourself a smarter buyer when it comes to supplements. And again, if you ever have recommendations, or if you ever have questions about any recommendations that I may have in regards to supplements, go ahead and give me a message or something like that. I'll be great. I'll be more than honored to hook you up. Jim makes a great line. Check out that. It's a little more expensive, but you're paying for the higher quality of stuff. Something I've never had a problem doing. So again, guys, thanks for watching. And this was done by request, actually from my brother, who wanted me to do something on AdvoCare. So hopefully they answered his questions too, and shown really what's behind these companies and why they're very, very outmatched and far inferior to other products in the market.